guys, welcome back to another video. So we're gonna go ahead and work on this panel here. We've got the first panel, the line work done as soon as I can get a grip on here. So we've got the line work done for, this panel. I need to fix this line here. Yeah, so is fixing this. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna continue to work on this page. This is page 2. And, just to kind of give a recap, we've already penciled page 1, where we're now working on page 2. We'll work on this panel here, and then we will try to, I think I should be able to get to the last panel on this page with within the time that I want to work on this. Keep saying I'm a lot. Maybe try for like 3 hours, give or take, for today. And then I'm gonna probably do some painting and or sketching later. So yeah, I've taken a week off. I went to visit family out of town, so I took a week off, and now I am back at it. I'm pulling up my program here to pull a reference. Oh, excuse me. Jeez. I will say that it does feel a little awkward taking a week off of drawing, because I really didn't do anything when I was at my grandparents' house. As far as art goes, I literally just, enjoy spending time with the grandparents. And my aunt that's out of town, so I get to spend time with them. I do have, whoopsies, my Bluetooth in that I'm listening to music, so trying to get this pose together real quick. I'm trying to think. I'm over here listening to my iPad, my iPod. I don't have Spotify anymore. I think I haven't had them for, it's been, I think it's been, almost a month, I think? No, it's been over a month. It's been over a month since I've canceled my Spotify. And I know Spotify allows for better, what's the word I'm looking for? Right hand. For like, more music, stuff like that. I'm trying to stay more, trying to cut all subscriptions out. I'm gonna start looking into, like, if I find artists that I like, trying to, sorry trying to figure out this place real quick. I gotta add inventory, so I need to add a weapon in this right hand. But trying to get oh my, like physical, oopsies, physical, either physical if I can find it, or digital, the digital CDs of these artists that I like, or that I want to, for like particular music or particular songs or something. What am I looking for? Come on, man. I cannot find what I need right now, and it's starting to irritate me. There we go. I'll work with that. Like, I do have a bunch of songs on my iPad on my iPod from a while ago, but over the course of stuff I have over time, I have found other artists that I enjoy and like. So I want to get those artists CDs and stuff, so that way I in turn help support them. Like, I don't know what this damn, I think it's a mark on the paper. I don't think it's me. Something I did. But when I go back and scan all this stuff, then I'm gonna have to go back in and digitally erase that. But going back to what I was saying, I want to be able to support the artists. I know Spotify doesn't really pay their artists anything. Like, the pay is garbage. And it's like it's like what? Like what, like a I forgot, but it's like some foolishness of like a penny per so many plays of like a song. So they're not really getting paid anything. Versus you can just go ahead and pay to get like the digital CD. And I know a lot of the artists have digital CDs now. I don't think too many places put out digital or physical copies of their music too much now, probably, especially like the indie artists. There might be some out there, but anyway, this needs to be actually longer. Excuse me. But yeah, I took a week off. I'd say that take a week off, but went out visited family for it was about a week, almost a week. It was like 4 days. Spent some time with family, recharged, and yeah, it was definitely needed. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can probably see. Actually, there we go. I'm gonna have to adjust the actual where I have the actual excuse me, camera base to maybe angle it more or angle it at a different angle, because right now it's kind of weird, and when I need to adjust things it kind of makes it harder, versus I think if I had it set at a different angle on my desk it'd actually be beneficial for not only you guys when it comes to the angles of stuff, but also when I'm recording be easier. You're not gonna see the foot that's underneath there. Today is the 21st. 25. Oh, but I've got to change this to the 22nd. Alright, so I had to write something down real quick. And perspective, this would be here. Now this is not perfect perspective, of course, but what I want to do is draw through. That way. And honestly, it's not even gonna matter because there's gonna be close over this figure, but getting the, I feel like this is too dark. Getting the proportions correct underneath is definitely always beneficial. Who is this? Sorry, who is this? Oh, Pearl Jam. Breaking Benjamin. So here, so now this is, I don't think you guys can, hopefully you guys can see, hopefully you guys can see me. I draw this out. I'm pretty sure you can. I know it's just kind of, I know it's kind of light because of how I do everything. This is actually going to end a little bit higher because it's a down shot. So I'll have to think of like foreshortening. I think this is good. So what I'll do is I'll do the hand. I will I'm trying to draw. I'm trying to make sure I don't draw hard to indent the paper, but that's where the hand would be. And then we've got a blade here. So like this, actually. I'm trying to remind myself it does not have to be perfect. I have to, if you guys see me constantly, just double that. If you hear me constantly repeat that, like this doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't be perfect. It's to pretty much just remind myself that what I'm doing does not have to be perfect. Because I do struggle with like perfectionism. And I know with that is something that stops me from working on something. That will stop me from working on something or completing something because it's not perfect, especially even during the sketching stages. I have an issue with that, like remembering that a lot of images, especially for me anyway, because that might not be like that for everyone, everyone's different, but I know for me, my pieces go through that ugly stage where sorry, I'm trying to focus and talk to you guys at the same time, where where like, what was I saying? Jesus. There's times where I know my images, they have to go through an ugly stage before they get to where they need to get to. And a lot of the time I don't allow that stage, and I get frustrated with myself. And I get frustrated with myself, and then I either toss the piece out, I don't finish it, I don't come back to it, instead of like working through that stage and seeing, what can come out of it. So one of the things I do want to work on is pushing myself to finish a lot of the like images or illustrations that I'm working on that go through that, hit that ugly stage where I might have to maybe, erase one line multiple times to get it where I want it to, and really push that image and take the time I need to take in order for me to get it to that stage of polish that I want to get it to. And if you're struggling with that, I mean, maybe sorry guys. Maybe you could do something where like you push yourself and see like, hey, maybe I should try pushing. Maybe I should try pushing an image as far as I can push it, and maybe even, if you have to work on it, for say, a whole week or a whole month, but really trying to push it to where you need it to, where you want it to get to, and, seeing how, if you can push that image to where you want it. So I'm listening to Breaking Benjamin here. I'm trying to think. This is gonna be like a rug, most likely, with some like intricate design. And I'm kind of fudging the perspective here. Like the perspective is not. The perspective is definitely not. Like planned out perfectly. You should. Maybe there's a what the hell is that? I don't know. Maybe there's a I don't know what the hell is going on in Florida, but I swear that like these gnats are like all over the place. Like they're like in like everywhere you go, there's just freaking gnats. It's freaking irritating because like I don't leave shit out. I'm not sure if they're just coming through like the sink or whatever. Especially because like I don't leave food out. I don't like keep my doors open or my windows open. And like it's not even just me, like my friends, like they had gnats in their house and they're just like I don't understand why. I think it's just the season. Like I know like near my apartment complex, like we have this is like an ottoman here, so I'll do like a just to kind of remind myself this is like an ottoman type situation. I'll do like these, like this, like the other cushion, and I'll go back and of course fix this later to make it look better, just kind of giving myself some something like that. Maybe there's a window here. This is going all here, right? Kind of fudging the perspective here. Maybe this is like a window. then I'll just do this to kind of indicate a window. And I'll make a new window. Like, I do want to start maybe doing videos of me studying, separate from the comic stuff, but maybe like studies of like doing studies of like backgrounds. From wherever I get those from. So, story of the year. But like taking like backgrounds from like movies and like breaking those down to see how they seem more lively, and more like, because character like backgrounds themselves have characters, right? They help make a scene. There's a different aesthetic for, say, a background that's geared towards fantasy versus futuristic, right? Or like we'll even go more basic, right? Like modern day, you know, a kitchen is going to look different from like a bedroom, or like a living room, and what makes those areas feel a certain way, right? We'll go into like themes, right? A winter themed living room is going to look different from, say, like a spooky season fall type living room. Maybe I'll start looking into doing some stuff like that. And then maybe I'm trying to think of other ways to help, or other ways to really geared my content towards the stuff that I wish I could see. Because like I hope that the stuff that you guys are watching from me is something that you guys enjoy. But I also want to create things that I wish that I would have been able to see on, or I would be able to access on online, because this is really stuff I don't really see too often. Because I mean, let's be honest, you don't really see too many people doing their studies on social media or on like YouTube. And when I say studies, like I'm drawing through real quick so I can see where this box is going to be. Like people doing studies of like say let's say trying to think, maybe trying to think as I draw. It's not really working out too well. But like, say someone was doing like background studies, like I'd mentioned earlier, right? You don't see people taking like a background from or maybe I haven't come across it anyway, but like taking a background, say like from like their favorite animation or like a current animation show, and not breaking down the style, because I know there's tons of videos breaking down like the style of a show. Like you had people breaking down like the style of the Arcane series, which I have yet to watch. I know. I'll maybe watch it within, I don't know when I'm gonna watch it. I think when the Phantom took over, right before or maybe a few months after the first season came out, I just kind of took a step back from it, which was funny because it was in the process where I was just starting to watch it, and then like it got like extremely popular, and kind of like swept social media, uh, and with it being pretty much kind of being like everywhere, I just kind of just was like, you know what, nah. And I don't know why I'm like that with shows and other stuff, because like, I mean, how long has it been since Game of Thrones came out and finished up? And I'm just starting to watch it. Just starting to watch the actual show. Like, got the DVD so I can watch the series. And I still haven't seen, like, me and my friend were talking the other day, I still haven't watched Avatar, the Airbender, like the Nickelodeon series. And she was like, it's really good. Like, she was like, that's something that I figured you would have seen because it's up your alley. And I was like, I don't, for whatever reason, I just never really got into it when it came out. And I was like, when I did start trying to, when I did get to that point where I was like, oh, you know what, I actually might want to start looking into it to watch it. I think it's like that's when like like the resurgence. I think that's how the resurgence of it came back, and it was like all over the place, especially when the Legend of Korra came out. And I was like, at that point, I just didn't really want to be bothered with it, so I just didn't. She was like, she was like, yeah, I completely understand, like, because we were talking about that, and I was like, I feel like some people in these fandoms, like, they take these shows and stuff, and I was like, it just kind of like, I feel like it becomes like their whole personality, and I was just like, that's just not who I am. So like when I come across people who are like, oh my god, I'm just like, I don't have the mental capacity to just I don't want to deal with it. And she was like, I completely understand that. Cause she was like, she feels the same way how I feel about stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, I do at some point do want to watch it, because the place that I go to for my movies and stuff and my books, like they have, I'm not sure if it's still there, but the last time I went, they had the complete series on DVD. And I was like, if I go back and they have it, I was like, I'll get it and sit down and, watch through it. But I was just like, yeah. So, because like Arcane, I was like, probably in the next year or two, when it's calmed down a little bit, I'll maybe look into watching it if I can find it on like DVD. If Netflix ever decides to put it out on DVD. If not, then I guess I just won't be watching it. Honestly, because I'm not gonna subscribe to Netflix just to watch one show. Hell, I was waiting for the longest time for them to release the final season of what the hell is that show called? Stranger Things. But at this point, I don't even know if I even really care anymore about the show. There's only like one character I really care to see what happens. So the two characters I care to really see what happens to them, and one of them is not 11. Is that her name? I think it's 11. Is her name. But I mean, I'm kind of expecting her, unfortunately, to be, or at least one of the main characters. What's the guy who, the one who ended up being like possessed by one of the creatures in the first season, that boy, that character. I feel like he's gonna end up sacrificing himself in the end to save his friends, and like I feel like that's what's gonna end up happening, which would suck. But I feel like that's gonna end up being the outcome at some point. Like he's gonna end up sacrificing himself, and he's not gonna make it to the end. She's so much better. You played the pool. Broke all the rules so you would think it was cool, but you know how we felt with the sound of a yeah. Oh my gosh, come on, bruh. I'm waiting for something. There we go. Oh, it's not what I thought it was. Sad face. Whatever. Alright, so this is kind of roughed out. What I think I'm also going to do is maybe do... this is a window. So I think with the window, there's going to be a cloth here that's kind of going to... like the I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Mix. Because this will be the floor here. Like, and back here. So this would be like the floor area. And what I'm going to do... yeah, this would be like the floor area. Something like that, actually. Maybe here. I'm trying to plan this out. And I'm kind of improvising. Yeah. This background was never planned out. Kind of throwing stuff in there as I go. Sometimes you have to do that, or sometimes I don't say you have to, but you know, depending on your project, you don't need to plan out every single background that is within your story. And then maybe, and then what I'll do is this will be like the area here. And then what I'll do is to kind of get an idea is this would be like here. This would all kind of bunch up here is how I'm thinking about it. And then this would be wrapped around here, right? And then this would kind of, because it's not tight anymore, so this would kind of maybe like that. And then something like this. So sometimes you kind of have to improvise your, backgrounds here. And then what I will do is, because this is still, I think here, maybe the bed isn't right against the wall, right? So, or maybe, yeah, I'll do it this way. Maybe, how am I gonna do this? Maybe, okay, so I could do this, right? And then I maybe do a door here. And then maybe this is like a secondary, because if this is like maybe like a wall here, and then maybe like, yeah, so maybe something like this. And then like this goes out here into the other area of like a room or something. And there'll be some like intricate design slash banner, something like that against the part door here. Because maybe this is like just a bed area of like the throne room. Because maybe this opens up. Like, so let me, there's a piece of paper that I can kind of show you guys what I'm thinking about. Like, maybe like this is the bed area, right? Like this is the bedroom area. So you've got the bed here and then like a window here to the outside. And then there's like the like little small walkway here. And then maybe there's a bigger chamber here that he might have that's part of like the king's area, right? Or like ruler's area. Maybe this is actually expanded, maybe because the bed here, so maybe the bed's like here, and then you've got like little futon here, and then maybe there's some other stuff going on here, like there could be a fireplace that's out of view here, and maybe some other stuff going on here, because maybe this area he's got like the wardrobe slash dressing area, whatever the case may be. There could be so many things I could go off for just for the king's or the ruler's area. So that's what I'm kind of thinking of. Sorry guys, give me a sec here. I will definitely follow. All right. So something like that, right? What I'll do is I'll have the crown maybe here. I'm just going to do this to kind of represent the crown. And then maybe the stone here from the first page. So, surprisingly, it's not, I mean, I feel like I've gotten a lot done between, right now we're at 44 minutes, so minus the 6 minutes that I've been talking. We're at like, what, 30 something minutes, 38, 39 minutes of work, and I was able to kind of lay this in. I got the character laid in. I got the background kind of laid in as far as what I want to do, and that's without any type of pre-planning. So I feel like that's pretty good, honestly. So let's go ahead and actually start finalizing some of this stuff, shall we? Oh, excuse me, Jesus. I don't know where that burp came from, but so we're gonna go the back. So this is gonna have to expand out right here. And what I want to do is get my actual other pencil. I'm not gonna do too much erasing, because remember, it's some for the when it comes to the finalizing these pages, I'm gonna go back in with rendering with the pencil and actually like shading stuff in and texturing stuff with the pencil. So like there might be maybe there is a piece of wood here. I'm trying to think of how the furniture would go. I don't need to look up an ottoman. Like, I'm just kind of remembering what I would normally think of when I see an ottoman. I don't need to like do detailed studies of like what this would look like. There's no need. And then maybe something like that, because it would be pushing the fabric out, something like that along those lines. And then maybe was it Dave Matthews Band? I think this is Dave Matthews Band. Is it? Let me check. Fuck it. Dave Matthews Band. Tell me I don't know my bands. And then like, because there would be stitching here, and then more like padding here, and then maybe like this. I love Dave Matthews Band. I don't know. Like, I think ever since the first time I heard them, I was immediately like hooked. Like, and it's funny because like my dad used to listen to rock, or he still does, sperm donor or whatever, but he listens to rock, and my mom, she listens to like R&B and rap. So I grew up with a lot of different music. And then like my aunt, the one that I would go and see, spend like everything was like every other summer with or something like that. She would listen to like jazz, I think was her go-to. Honestly, the jazz that she listens to, I'm not a big fan of. I will listen to jazz, but I'm very particular about jazz. The jazz that I listen to. But I'm trying to look for something real quick, and I can't find what I need. It's irritating me. But yeah, the jazz that she listens to, I'm not a big fan of, honestly. But I will listen to different types of music. So I'm not just, I don't limit myself to just one type, which actually is works in my benefit because my exes, Lifehouse, but my exes, like, they had different like the fact that they listened to different types of music, it made it easier for me to be able to, well, to make it easier, it was I didn't have to worry about the style or the genre of music being an issue, because normally I could find something that I liked in every genre. So like there's even some country I'll listen to. So yeah, like I do enjoy different types of music. I do have my go-to stuff, but especially depending on my mood. I definitely enjoy this freaking gnat, bro. I swear, like, I can't like try to smash it if it lands on my paper, because the last thing I want is freaking bug guts on my damn comic page. But to you, another day. But yeah. But so yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how. I think this is all going back to the fact that I don't have Spotify anymore. But we'll see about how I can get certain songs or certain artists that I've discovered or that I listen to on a regular. See if I can find either physical copies of their music, or see if they have somewhere where I can purchase like a physical, or purchase a digital DVD from the artist. I know there's websites out there that offer that option, so it's something I'm looking into. Something I'm looking into. Because right now I'm doing a challenge where I'm not spending any unnecessary funds, to see how much I can save up for 75 days. And if I spend anything, then I have to start over. And I'm officially already starting over at least once. So, but because I made a purchase technically the other day and today, because I actually went to Michael's. I had a gift card to Michael's, and the total came out a little bit more than the gift card. And technically, between me spending, I could have easily like justified what I spent yesterday, because I went to hang out with a friend and I got hungry, and she drove us to the place that we go to, and even though she offered to pay, I was the one that mentioned like, hey, are you hungry? Because I'm kind of hungry. And so I paid for us, because I feel like that was the right thing to do. So, like, I said like, hey, I'd like to kind of go get something to eat real quick, because we were at her place, and I didn't want her to feel like she had to cook for me. Even though I did eat before I went over to her place, I just didn't expect to be over there as long as I was. And so I was like, whatever, I'll pay. I was gonna pay. And so that was that purchase. And so, I mean, it wasn't bad, honestly, for what we got. But I know with the rules, with the rules that I had set for myself, it was technically an unnecessary purchase. And I was not going to try to justify it just to try to not have to start over again. So yeah, restarted the window frame. So I took the L. I realized that I made that unnecessary purchase, and I'm starting over, and that is just how it feels. And I am okay with starting. I mean, I'm not okay with starting over, but I'm starting over. Starting over. So, it be what it be. So, I don't know if this is straight. I'm gonna have to get my wonderful, wonderful T-square out here. Or this is a right angle. See what this shit right here, there's stuff on. I'm gonna have to, at some point, I'm gonna have to get my Clorox wipes and clean the inside of my drawer again, because I don't know where all this stuff is coming from on these things. So I think it's just like dirt and not dirt, but dust and stuff that's getting into there and settling on this, and then when I pull it out, it's getting on my paper, which is weird because I dust and clean it regularly, but air particles and all the rest of that goodness. So it is what it is. I'm going to bring this down slightly. But, oh shit. This is Pearl Jam. It's Pearl Jam. Bruh, come on, man. Just stay still for 2 seconds so I can get this. I'm just gonna rough it in here. Here. And then a little bit over. Just enough. I'm kind of BSing it. That'll work. I can make that work. Because it's this one here. I think I'm gonna do one more line here. So to give myself a little bit of, I feel like the more lines you add within something, the more elegant or decorative it seems, right? Like, I'll do an example real quick. Where's my sketchbook? Where's my sketchbook at? Here we go. I'm gonna move this so I don't get anything on here. But here's my sketchbook real quick. Wait, is this the new one? This is the new one. So we're not gonna use this one yet because this is the new one that I'm going to be getting into, because where's my other sketch? There, it's on the floor. That's where it's at because it fell. This one's almost done. I think there's like 4 or 5 pages left in this sketchbook, and I'll be done with it, which I'm happy but sad at the same time, because there's a lot of work that I put in this sketchbook, like learning stuff. But I'm like, so going back to what I was saying, like I feel like if you add more designs in something, I feel like it makes it look more elegant in a sense. Like if I was drawing a basic window, all right, I'm just gonna, this is like a window here, here, and then like, all right, I'm just gonna draw this in here. It could have been better with the lines here, but, and then say here. All right, like that looks basic, right? But I feel like if you do this, and I say this is the, I'm about to give myself a little bit more space because I'm gonna add more lines here, right? So I feel like if you do like this, then say you do another line within that. All right, so it already has more detail, right? And then say this is the window part, right? But say I want to add, like before I actually do the window, maybe I'm doing another line within it. Like, so there's that one, and then maybe there's another line within that, which you guys probably can't really see, but let's say there's another line within that, right? And then if I really wanted to, maybe I can do another line here. Now I'm just adding lines. I'm not adding any type of decorations like any circles, arches, or anything like that. So this is just within, I know it kind of, it's bigger than this one, right? And then say we'll go ahead and add the parts in here on the inside. I'm not trying to be as deliberate, like I'm still trying to be, I'm still kind of rough with these, right? But this window looks way more elaborate English than this one. And I just added lines. Now, if I wanted to, I could do stuff like, let me go ahead and add like an arch here, and then another arch here, then I'll do like 3 just to kind of, and then I can, to even make those arches even stand out more, you can go ahead and do lines within those arches, right? So instead of just one line, now we've got 2, and then say I do like a half arc. Well, now we've got these half arcs, and then just building on top of that, right? And then maybe I can do like a circle, half circle here, these half circles, and build on top of that. But just this here, just this looks way more elaborate than this one, and it's just adding more lines to it. So I feel like just adding more lines can sometimes improve the way something make something look fancier, I guess is what I'm trying to say. All of it just to say that, I guess. Who is this? This is oh my gosh, who is, I know who this is. This is Nickelback. There we go. So I know the name of the band. I can't think of Nickelback. I like Nickelback too. Go figure. I know there's a stereotype between gay people and Nickelback, but I think specifically with gay women and Nickelback. But I like Nickelback. What can I say? So, Pearl Jam. I don't really like this song. So we're going to zoom in here so I can do this a little bit more. But yeah, just all that to say that sometimes adding more lines can make something look a lot fancier. And that's pretty much what I'm doing with this window. I don't need a whole bunch of elaborate designs within the wood. I'm just going to add more lines to it. And then what I'll do is I might go like this, because that's going to indicate that this window sticks out slightly. Like it sticks out, it's bulging out slightly. And then when I do the shading, like I would shade this in a little bit maybe, or actually shade this part out, because if there's sunlight or moonlight coming from here, then it would light this, it would light these parts up, and this part would probably be shaded. So things to think about when you're doing stuff like that. Oh, me. Oh yeah. All right, maybe I'll do like this. Trying to think how I can make this look like it's against the wall. Maybe like this, maybe. I think it's this right here that's making it look like it's not like it's not grounded with the rest of this. I think what I might do, break this in two, like it's rope, some type of fancy rope that's tying this down. And then that way, because this is going to go here, and honestly I'm not going to pay too much attention to it, because this is going to end up being like most likely blended out to and then I do want to get rid of these upper lines here so I can make this look a little bit more neat. Something like that. Since it's being bunched up, right? Oh shit. I did that over the, there we go. Something like that. Because yeah, all this is going to be blown out later by the blending stuff, most likely. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I just want to kind of look like it's somewhat correct. If I really wanted to make it look correct, I would just go ahead and take like a bedcloth that I have at my house, wrap it center line, hang it up somewhere, and take a picture for reference. But I don't really need to do all that. But I mean, that's something that, like, you know, if you wanted to really make sure you've got your imaging as close to correct as possible, that's what you could kind of do there. So I'm thinking with the wall, there's the what do they call it, the baseboards that would be present, decorative baseboards. So maybe that's not something that would have been present during like certain times, but this is a fantasy comic. I can do whatever I want. And I'm gonna put in a baseboard. So there's a baseboard. And then we're gonna go ahead and do this wall here. So where did my thing go? My ruler, my baby ruler. What the hell did I do with it? Oh, found it. That's, no matter how big or small my desk could be, I swear I would misplace an item that I just put down. Like, I feel like it would be inevitable. It would just, it's gonna happen. There we go. I wish that YouTube, their shorts, did horizontal, because like the way I move across the page, like if I try to do it as a short, as I have done a few times since the posting of this video anyway, Like I either have to cut it, stop it or whatever, and then re-upload the clip and the same thing, and then move over the focal point so that way that what I'm working on is now in the it's a hassle. It really is a hassle. I don't like it. So as much as I was going to attempt to do more shorts on YouTube, I'm probably going to just limit those to a certain amount, because of the way that YouTube has a which sucks because I'm actually getting quite a few subscribers from that, so it's helping building my channel in a sense. But once again, those shorts only like 30 seconds at the most, and my most of my videos are over an hour. Well, hopefully by the time this video comes out, I will be doing like shorter versions and then having the longer versions linked through my extras on my website for Lynk. But still 30 seconds versus like a 15-minute video, like the what's the word I'm looking for? The attention span of someone who's willing to listen to talk for 15 minutes through my process is definitely different from maybe someone with the attention span to watch like a 30-second speed video. And of course, the person who's watching a 15-minute video of me speed drawing and talking, that audience is probably definitely going to be different from, well, I don't say definitely, but is most likely going to be different from someone who's going to be willing to stay and watch like an hour plus long video of me rambling as I draw and work on my art. So I'm trying to cater to different people, but at the same time not stress myself out with overworking myself for things that most likely probably aren't even needed. Like the shorts I might end up giving up on. Well, I don't say giving up on, but that's not going to be like a priority for me versus like the longer form content, which like the raw footage of me drawing, and then like speeding those up to where I can do like 15-minute talk over of whatever I'm talking about related to art or life or whatever. So yeah, and I forgot to put the baseboard in on this, which I'm going to do. I just wanted to get this in here, and that means I'm gonna have to expand. No, because I can do like here, like if this was here, oh shit, whatever. But like maybe this kind of goes in and then sticks out that way. So maybe there's like like a where's my piece of paper at? Let me show you guys. Maybe the walkway is like this, and then like this, right? And then goes into the this would go here. So then here, and then goes into the room. So this would be gone here, right? Something like that, and then maybe this goes into like another area here. That's what I'm thinking about. So that's what I'm thinking about. As I'm about to place this other line in here. And straighten these lines up with an actual ruler. So like that, and then maybe there's another here. And honestly, this is probably gonna get blown out because this would be dark. Like if it was night, you wouldn't even see this. This hallway is probably completely blacked out. So like that maybe. And then I would shade like all of this would probably be like, I can do that now because whatever, but like say this is like all blacked out. So this would all be blown out with the stub, the drawing, the blending stub most likely. I think this is Lifehouse that I'm listening to right now. I've got my iPod on shuffle. Something like that, I guess. Ugh, come on, man. Oh, is he no longer streaming? Oh, that sucks. Oh, no, he still is. Most recent. No, he's no longer streaming. I think he sucked. No, he stopped streaming. Okay. And so tide. All right, sorry guys. Let's go ahead and work on this table here. There used to be this streamer that I used to watch, and I know she doesn't stream anymore, but she used to do like these detailed pen drawings of the Pokemon regions, like the Pokemon maps, like for the whole region. So like from a particular game. And I used to love just sitting there and watching her stuff as I drew, but she stopped streaming, life and I think work and stuff like that, which I'm not mad, do your thing, but her stuff used to be like very it's very peaceful to sit and watch. It's actually I kind of wish she had posted her live streams on YouTube, because I would have definitely watched those over and over again, just kind of a playlist of that stuff, but she didn't, which is fine. It's not something she had to do, but it would have been nice if she had that as an option to have people be able to still watch her stuff after she streamed. But to each their own, so I don't stream my stuff anymore. I haven't streamed on Twitch. Anyway, and maybe one day I will, but it's hard to. I don't think I'd be able to stream. I don't have this set up to do streaming on Twitch and then at the same time record it for have it recorded or record for my YouTube at the same time. I think I would have to somehow hopefully find a way to save the stream on Twitch and then find a way to try to download it if possible to my hard drive and then load that up to YouTube. And then I'm going to erase this slightly because I want to indent the wall a little bit from where the baseboard is. So okay. This is Smashing Pumpkins. I wish I could I wish we could play music on YouTube that wasn't as you did your stuff. But I mean, the only thing I'd be able to play would be the copyright free stuff, and I'm even scared of that possibly being claimed at times, so I don't even bother trying to play that in the background of me drawing. I just don't want to risk it. You may not be able to tell, honestly, much for the indent on the wall, but for me, sometimes it's just the little things. And like I said, if I ever do decide to actually sell the actual pages, that detail is in the work. Oh, so we're almost an hour and a half. Not too bad Not too bad, I don't think, anyway. I don't think we are doing too bad. I've been able to finish almost a full panel in an hour and a half. I forgot how long this part took me when I did the other recording. I think it only took me outside of counting the time it took me to pose the figure. I don't think it took me too long, pose the figure in my program. I honestly don't think it took me that long to actually work on it or get that part done. There we go. I need to finish this window too, though. There's not too much that I want to, like, it doesn't need to be too perfect. I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing straight lines. So how I'm gonna do this is so I can see how wide these lines are and be mindful. Like, I don't need to be perfect. Come on, man. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is kind of go from the center, what I think would be the center of these window, and then kind of go from there on how I'm gonna divide it. It makes it so much easier. And then I can go here. And then go back up here, make sure that angle is correct. And then go here, go a little bit up, boom. And then maybe, probably right here. Something like that, boom. Honestly, what I've been doing, I've been posting my shorts on Instagram. And even though it's not like a huge just because I can post like the horizontal view of the recordings. I'm not expecting it to reach like outside of my audience, if it even reaches my audience or my followers. I just want to be able to post it and have that on my social media. And then, you know, if it finds the people it's supposed to find, then cool. But yeah, so let me get this pen out of my pocket, perhaps I'll wash it. But yeah, so fuck, we're not doing too bad. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a break. I've already been at it for like an hour and a half. I'll come back again and work on this some more after I get like a snack and some food in me. So I'll be back, guys. Hey guys, we are back with another video, or well, continuation actually. Excuse me. Continuation of this panel work. What in the? Oh, you gotta be fucking shitting me. Damn it. And I don't know what this is, but now there we go. Let's say some type of residue. I was about to lose my ever-loving mind. Oh, is she on Insta? Is she on? I know who this artist is. No, you took someone else's videos. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. They got called out for it. They stopped. There's this artist I follow on YouTube, not Instagram, and she makes beautiful landscapes, like ocean landscapes. And I thought this was her painting. I thought this was her channel. And please hold on for a second. I don't think this is the. But yeah, no, this channel on YouTube pretty much took her drawing, her painting video off of Instagram and put it on their YouTube channel as if they're the ones who did it, without giving her credit for the work. And they've done that with other videos that I can see on their channel, which really sucks because there are people who work hard to create the art they create just for someone else to take credit for it, trying to make money off of it via YouTube or any other social media. Like, you can clearly tell with all the different hands within the videos, that these are different artists who probably don't even know their work is being used, which is sad. All right, so let's continue on this. We're gonna finish up this guy here. If you guys hear, it's thundering outside it's thundering outside in Florida right now. So you guys will hear that. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna put this guy in. I don't know if I want this to be like a soldier or like someone who just maybe, I don't know. Huh. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I want to do with this particular character. Let's do just let's just do some robes. So I'm going to lightly erase this. Just lightly erasing this. It's definitely at the same color. So maybe, I don't know what I want to do with this guy's clothing. Let me do something like this. I need my small eraser for this one. Some type of residue on this. Let me get this off. Feels weird without, I need my glove back on. Feels weird that I'm drawing without my glove on. Mm-hmm. There's gonna be something like that. I'm kind of working the clothing, the idea of the clothing through I'm gonna zoom in for you guys so that way I can get a little bit closer without getting my head in the frame. I'll worry about the head later. Oh, crap. So what I'm thinking about when I'm doing this shirt is that it's gonna lay on the body. It's gonna lay flat on the shoulders, the trapezius muscles, and then the shoulders, and then it's gonna start to flare out slightly near this area because this is like a band, so the bunched up fabric is going to kind of sprawl out here that way, and then even here slightly before it comes to the shoulder area. And it's not going to sprawl out too much because it's not like this excessive amount of fabric, but it just sticks out a little bit. And I'm gonna replicate that same thing on this side here. So it's gonna lay flat on the shoulders is what I'm thinking. And then it's just gonna sprawl out just a little bit as we get closer to this part. And then like that maybe. And there's gonna be this part here. That's gonna go here, and then maybe what I'll do is this will be, I'll have like a some type of loop, like a rope belt that'll go around this guy's wrist or waist, not wrist, his waist. Like that, and then maybe what I'll do is, because this is a knot here, like that. I know it's not perfect, but I don't need it to be, just so where I know where it's coming down. Oh my gosh, let me get my leg itches. Eeh. All right. And this would come out here. And then even this part here, it's probably gonna stick out just a little bit because it's not like a tight fabric. And then I can start erasing some of the stuff I have inside. By the way, when I did go to Michael's today, I tried to see if I could find more refills for my eraser. And I forgot school just recently started. So imagine my surprise when I saw that almost everything was empty. I was like, yo, where's all this stuff at? And then I was like, yo, school just started. That's where it all went. And that's where it all went. Oh, that's where I messed up because that's in his face. There we go. Like this. I'm gonna have to I'll worry about the hair later, but I just want to get the face in. And because the face is so small, I'm not having to worry about detail. And honestly, I think this could come in some more. So we're gonna go here. And then down like that. I'm going to erase this just so I can clean this line up. Like that. And then I'll figure out the face later. I think what I'm going to do is continue this as a part of the shirt. So this would go down. Sorry guys, give me a second here. I think I'm going to do like a little design on the what the hell? So do this design here. I'm not gonna do any design within the squares for the sleeves. I feel like you guys can't. I feel like it's blurred. Let me pause this real quick. Clean the lens. I'm hoping it's a little bit better for you guys. As far as the sharpness, I did go ahead and clean the lens real quick with an actual like cloth that you would use for like your glasses, so hopefully that'll help. All right. Oh, there's, yeah, I did, okay, I did get it. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. The hell? There we go. Something, I'm just gonna leave that there because I'm gonna end up coloring this black. So what I'm gonna end up doing with the hand is that's pretty much it. That's all I need to do for the hand, because you're not, it's so far away that you're not gonna see the details of the hand. And then I'm going to erase this just a little bit. All right, so just gonna slightly erase this. So I'm just going to like that. All right. This would be like this. There we go. For the, actually, I'm just gonna do, clean that line there. Put my, who messaged me? Okay, there we go. Oh, there's a big shadow on this side due to my light. There we go. I say I know the light was kind of covering my phone there. I don't have the other light plugged in, so let me do that. Actually, that might help. There we go. All right. I'm gonna do I'm gonna I'm trying to think. I don't need it to be crazy detail here because this is just the pants. So Alright, guys, hold on for a sec. Alright, we're back. Sorry, guys. Alright. I don't know if you can hear what's going on with my neighbors. I'm literally going to erase all this because I don't need all this. I'm probably going to cut this leg in slightly. And then this, I'm going to cut this in a little bit. Like that, something like that. But then I have to readjust this one. Oopsie, sorry guys. Here we go. I'm not gonna do this part here. Okay. Surprisingly, I'm like exhausted right now. I don't know why. Like I just got like extremely tired. Damn. It's been like 2 hours of me drawing, so that's probably why. Oopsies. What I'm gonna do, I think it's just from the mental focus of laying the the bright the okay, you can't think the brain power it took to kind of plan out this room. It's like all of a sudden I was just like boom, tired. And I thought I could go for another hour or so, but I'm struggling right now. I've got him done. So what I might end up doing is calling it for right now. I might go take a nap, like an hour, just to kind of rest myself mentally, and then come back and work on more of this. I'm gonna draw this, get these lines here. I'm gonna be careful of these lines because these lines right here are pretty much gonna help determine what these lines are gonna do up here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but I want to have a good idea of what I'm looking at here. And then dropped my eraser. I picked that up. And similar to the window, if I wanted to make this look a little bit fancier, I can just start adding more lines into the fold here. This isn't a straight line. I'm kind of eyeing the straightness of the line here. So here, and then I'm looking at this, I'm gonna adjust it. Shit. I might need to, I'm probably gonna have to adjust this. Which, if that's the case, so be it. It's gonna go here. Actually, gonna go down some more. There we go. Something like that. I know the perspective's off. Very off. This whole perspective, this is nah. I'm just gonna go back to what I had originally. I think that looked better. Like that was here, and then this was back here. go here and then boom. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I know it's not perfect, but that's fine. I know the base is gonna be here. Ooh, so here and then I know it's not gonna be perfect, but whatever. There we go. I also have to go in and change this. Do the crown and the stone. Like I said, if I want to, I can go ahead and start adding lines within the design here. And remember, a lot of this is probably not even going to show up anyway in the final because of the rendering that I'll end up doing. Because this part right here is going to be pretty much in shadow. Complete shadow. I mean, I could fudge the lighting. I mean, it's not like I have to be so worried about being so accurate to the point where it's just, you know, pointless. But I can fudge the lighting if I want to, or if I need to. If I want and or need to, that's an option. So I'm going to make a note. We got crown and then stone. So I know to put that in there next. His hand, I'm going to keep it where it's at. I'm just going to have to, some of the fingers here, I'm going to have to shrink because I feel like his hand is too long. I'm probably gonna leave it at that. That's as much detail as I can get without getting so close. I just pretty much destroy everything because you're not gonna really see anything. And then here, this is the rug. And maybe there's a larger division here. And then this goes here, and then something like that, I guess. Doesn't have to go all the way up. And then I'll finish this, and then, you know, we'll rug, you know, just to kind of make notes. All right, I'm literally like, my brain is like shot. It's been almost, what, 2 hours of drawing. I'm gonna take a break and maybe I'll come back.